Raise your hands if you've seen a lot of mom hack videos on YouTube. I know I have and I love them. It's quite nostalgic for me to actually be doing my own video on mommy hacks that have worked personally for me and my family. Know that these hacks are mainly for babies and toddlers. So I hope you enjoyed them. If this is your first time here, my name is Roanne. I'm a Filipino mom raising my family here in the States. I'm also a licensed marriage family therapist. I post videos on practical tips for the practical parent, strategies to raise mind-empowered kids, and deconstructing the Filipino culture so you can take what serves you and leave the rest.
Welcome to Calamansi Juice TV, where we teach you how to do everything you love with no and pa.
Please don't forget to subscribe, and let's start with our mommy hacks. I'm very excited. The first hack is using a pet bed. What do you mean by that? A lot of moms, after giving birth and taking their babies home, would purchase those luxurious beds that cost a lot of money. They're about $150. And the theory is that the babies would feel snugger, more comfortable, because it's almost replicating the snug feel of being in the womb. I just went to a local store. This one I got from Home Goods, and I bought it for $30. It's a pet bed. I washed it in the washer and then simply put a crib sheet on top of it. And to help secure the sheet, I use rubber bands to keep it in place. And when my baby turned about 3.5 months, and obviously he keeps growing, I simply cut the ends like so, and I stitched it up real quick, washed it again, and then did the same process, put the crib sheet back on and secured it with rubber band. And when my baby turned 5.5 months, I did the same thing by cutting the other ends to accommodate his length, because babies just keep growing, don't they? Hack number 2 is to use pillow in your crib, and this is what I mean by that. So especially if you have acid reflux for your babies, they have to be a little bit upright, or they just simply have like maybe a cold and you want to keep them upright, but doctors generally tell us not to put anything in their crib. I have done this with my other kids, where I simply put a pillow before you put the crib sheet on. Excuse me, that's my Filipino accent. My crib sheet on, and it just works wonders. So I've always been doing that, and that's my hack number 2. Hack number 3, I call them cloth insert. When babies are young, even toddlers, they often spit up and we keep changing their clothes. Of course, if they're totally wet and uncomfortable for our babies, we must change their clothes. But if it's just a dot of like wet spot here and there, I use these cloth insert. I simply put it inside my baby's onesie, and then in a few minutes, maybe in an hour, the little wet spot has dried and I didn't have to change his clothes. Hack number 4 is using double diapers. I started using this when my kids were 3-month-old and above. And the reason why is because at that age, I start really teaching them or conditioning them to sleep through the night. So I start that process. And one of the things you want to avoid is to actually have your baby soak at night, and then you would have to change their clothes. That's like throwing cold water. So they'll be super awake, and so the conditioning process would take longer. So I've always put a lot of like Aquaphor, and then I double the diaper, and that helps this mommy just relax and chill, knowing that my babies are not going to be wet, or at least their clothes are not going to be wet at night. Hack number 5 is to simply use a laundry basket once you start bathing your baby in a bathtub. So I bathe my baby boy with his 2 otis, and to kind of like just give him his personal space, and also for safety, I just use a laundry basket. And I know that they sell those specific chairs for bath, and they actually cost about $50. So this, you have a laundry basket, you save money and you save your energy trying to look for something that works. Hack number 6. I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for bibs, especially the actual mealtime bibs. So what I do is I simply put command hooks behind my baby's high chair, and I simply slip it there once it's washed, and I never have to find them again. Hack number 7. I love this hack. I've never seen this hack elsewhere before. I'm sure it's somewhere out there. You know, when you're feeding toddlers, suddenly spoons fly, cups is on the floor. And so what I have done for my, especially with my twin toddlers, is I use this sticky putty and I stick it under the plates. And the plates just stick to the table and I could take it anywhere. I actually take these plates when we're going out on a restaurant and it just stays put and it works. So I love this hack. Hack number 8, when your kids have sipon or has a cold, you just see tissue everywhere and that just spreads the germs. So I just got these container, I believe from IKEA. You can purchase yours at the dollar store. And I simply put a rubber band like so. And so the other one I just use for the tissue, and the other compartment I use for either the tissue box or, for this case, as you can see, I use a toilet paper. And I simply remove the middle part, the cardboard part, and then I put it there, and then the next compartment as beside it is for the dirty toilet paper. Hack number 9 must be my favorite. I started teaching my girls how to put on their coats at the age of 3. As you know, our hands are so full, especially when we're rushing, we have appointments, and then somebody needs to be helped with their coat. If I have a favorite hack, it would be this one, and this is how I taught them. Is you simply lay the coat or the jacket on the floor and have your child position themselves like so, almost like upside down. Have them put their hands or their arms in the sleeves and flip it, and it works. And they love doing it. They love being successful in this process, and it saves you energy and saves you time. So this is my most favorite hack. Try it, mamas. And my last hack is using these clips that I got from the dollar store as door stoppers. So as you know, toddlers and kids are always slamming doors, and I'm always afraid somebody's finger, the lire, might get ipit, might get pinched. And so I've used this as door stoppers. Okay, mamas, those are my 10 hacks. I hope they were helpful. If you have any other hacks, help out this mama and leave them in the comment suggestion box below. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Sa uulitin!